In the late 1980s, Tim Berners-Lee had a vision. He saw a way to connect information across different computers. This network of information would be called the World Wide Web. Berners-Lee created HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, in 1990. HTML was the language used to create the first web pages. HTML uses special codes called tags to structure content. These tags tell web browsers how to display text, images, and links. Early web pages were very simple. They mostly contained text and a few images, but it was a start. The web was born. As the web grew, people wanted more control over how their web pages looked. In 1994, Håkon Wilhelm Lie proposed a new language called CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets. CSS would handle the presentation of web pages, leaving HTML to focus on content structure. Before CSS, styling was done within HTML tags. This made websites difficult to maintain and update. CSS separated style from content. This made it easier to change the look of a website. Web designers could now create more visually appealing and user-friendly experiences. The combination of HTML and CSS revolutionized web development. HTML provided the structure and content, while CSS dictated the style and layout. Websites were no longer just static pages of text. They became more dynamic and engaging. Early web developers experimented with different layouts and visual effects. Tables were often used for positioning elements, a practice that would later be replaced by more sophisticated layout techniques. The web was evolving rapidly, and HTML and CSS were at the forefront of this transformation. Over time, HTML and CSS have undergone significant advancements. HTML4 introduced new elements for better structure and accessibility. CSS2 brought more advanced styling options and layout modules. The introduction of HTML5 and CSS3 marked a major leap forward. HTML5 introduced semantic elements for better content organization. It also incorporated multimedia features directly into the language. CSS3 brought powerful new styling features like animations, transitions, and responsive design. These advancements enabled developers to create richer, more interactive web experiences. Today, HTML and CSS continue to evolve. They remain the foundational languages of the web, shaping how we interact with information and connect with the world around us.